Hello there, my name is Shaq. In today's video, I'm going to tell you how to find yourself a good driving instructor. Firstly, if you're going to pay anybody any money at all, they must either be an approved driving instructor, an ADI, or a licensed trainee driving instructor. Anybody else, if they take money from you in exchange for driving lessons, they are committing a criminal offence. By law, every single approved driving instructor must display a green badge in the front windscreen of their tuition car whilst they're teaching you. A licensed trainee driving instructor must display a pink badge in the windscreen. So if your driving instructor is not displaying one of these badges, he or she may be teaching you illegally. You can also learn to drive from friends or relatives. However, they must meet certain conditions. One of the conditions is that they must be over the age of 21. The second condition is that they must have held a full UK license or a European license for at least 3 years. The third condition is they must hold that type of license that you are learning for. For example, if they hold an automatic license, they cannot supervise you in a manual car. They have to have a manual license in order for them to supervise you in a manual car. So, how do you go about finding a good driving instructor? In my opinion, the best way of finding an instructor is by asking for recommendations. So, if you know someone who is learning to drive, or someone who has recently learned to drive, ask them, would they recommend their driving instructor to you? If you cannot find a recommended instructor, the next best thing to do is go on gov.uk. They've got a link there, finding a qualified driving instructor. They'll have a list of all the instructors in the country that are fully qualified. All you need to do is simply enter your postcode, and a list of instructors closest to your postcode will come up. Below in the text, I have put a link to the gov.uk website that you can use in order to find a driving instructor. It's most important to make sure that the instructor you choose is right for you. If in the first 1 or 2 driving lessons you do not feel comfortable with your driving instructor, look for a new one. Do not stick with the same instructor if you're not feeling confident with them. When looking for a driving instructor, you need to ask them a few questions to make sure that the instructor is suitable for you, that their car is suitable for you. The first question you want to ask them is, do they do one-to-one lessons, or do they do something called piggybacking? Piggybacking is where during your driving lesson you would drive to the next client and then they will start their lesson whilst you would sit back of the car. One-to-one lessons is where there's nobody else in the car, just you and the driving instructor. The other question you need to ask is the instructor fully qualified, or is he a licensed trainee driving instructor? Now, licensed trainee driving instructors is not a bad thing. To have lessons from a trainee instructor can sometimes be a very good thing, because their knowledge is fresh and they are eager to teach you. They want pupils to pass so they can build up their reputation. Another question you want to ask is, will the instructor pick you up from different places if needed? For example, will they pick you up from college sometimes, from school, maybe from work? Or will the instructor always pick you up from one place and one place only? Find out what type of car does the instructor have? Especially if you're a very tall person or a very large person. You don't want to be driving in a small car if you're 6 feet 6 inches. The last question that you can ask your driving instructor is, what is the standard price of their driving lessons? Not what the offers are, because a lot of instructors have offers to catch the pupils in, to bring them in, but then they whack their prices up to £30 an hour. So find out the standard price and weigh things the long run. There's no point going for cheap driving lessons in the beginning to end up paying much more for the driving lessons. Before I disappear, I just want to emphasize the most important thing, which is you are the customer. You must be happy with your instructor. You must be happy with your progress. If you're not making progress, ask the instructor why he feels you're not making progress. If you failed your driving test a couple of times, ask yourself, is it you or is it the instructor? Sometimes a change in the instructor does a lot of good. I hope you found this information beneficial. If so, please give the thumbs up, as it helps us make more videos. Thank you for watching.